Welcome to the FutureIN Coding and Robotics Show, a place where we turn bold ideas into reality, a place where every young innovator gets the opportunity to make a mark and become a leader in this ever-changing technological world. On this episode, we are going to be learning how to build a digital library, and I will be introducing an amazing facilitator to take us on this journey. But before I introduce our facilitator for today, I would like to tell you a very interesting story. Sit back, relax, and listen to my story.
Chenemi and the Mango Tree Library. Once upon a time, in a small village in Kogi, there lived a 12-year-old girl named Chenemi. Chenemi loved books more than anything in the world. Every story she read made her dream bigger. But there was a problem. Her village had no library. Most children stopped reading after school because there were hardly any books in their homes. One market day, Chenemi noticed something unusual. Traders were using old newspapers, damaged textbooks, and storybooks to wrap food items. As she watched, an idea came into her mind. Instead of allowing these books to be thrown away, maybe I should collect them. The following Saturday, Chenemi carried an empty sack around the market. Good afternoon, ma. Please, can I have your old books and newspaper? Instead of throwing them away, I can use them, she asked politely. Some traders smiled, others laughed. What do you want to use this rubbish for, you this girl? One old woman asked angrily. Chenemi smiled and kept collecting. Week after week, she gathered old storybooks, magazines, newspapers, and textbooks. Soon, she had more than 50 books. She carefully cleaned each one, repaired the torn pages with tape, and arranged them neatly under a large mango tree beside her house. Then she wrote on a piece of cardboard, Chenemi's free reading corner. On the first day, only 2 children came. The next week, 5 children. Before long, every afternoon, school children will gather under mango tree to read her books, learn new words, and imagine bigger futures. Even some parents stopped to read. One day, a retired teacher visited the reading corner. He looked around in amazement. Wow, this young girl has built a library without a building, he said. He shared Chenemi's stories online. Within few weeks, people from different parts of Nigeria began donating books. Boxes filled with books arrived. Then came shelves, then came table and chairs. Before long, the village had its own first community library. A few years later, Chenemi was selected for a technology training program where she learned coding, website design, and digital technology. That training changed her life. She thought to herself, if children cannot always come to the library, then the library should go to them. Using the skills she had learned, Chenemi created an online African story library, a website where children from Nigeria and around the world could read African stories, discover African cultures, and learn from inspiring African heroes. Soon, schools from different countries began using an online library in their classrooms. Thousands of children were reading stories written by African authors. At an international education conference, Chenemi stood before a large audience and said, every child is having a story that looks like them, sounds like them, and reminds them that they can change the world. The audience rose to their feet and gave her a standing ovation. Years later, Chenemi became an education and technology leader, helping communities build both physical and digital libraries across Africa. But she never forgot where it all started. Not with money, not with a big building, but one small idea, a few old books, and the courage to take the very first step. And from that day on, children everywhere learned that one good idea can inspire a village, a nation, and even the world.
Welcome back to the FutureIN Show. I hope you enjoyed my story and learned something from Chenemi's story. Today, Mr. Ismail will be taking us on a journey where we will learn how to build digital library using the App Inventor software. So before I bring up Mr. Ismail, I'd like to give you a moment to get your laptop computer system and your phone, or your daddy or your mommy's phone, because you are going to be test running the library with a phone. So please take a few minutes to get all these necessary devices as we bring Mr. Ismail to take us on this journey. Stay tuned.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the FutureIN Coding and Robotics Show. In this video, we are going to be building an online library using MIT App Inventor. So without further ado, let's get started. Firstly, the materials we'll be needing for this is very simple. All we need is a stable internet and a phone just for testing our application once we're done. So firstly, we need to log into MIT App Inventor. We all need to create an account. So let's search for MIT App Inventor right here. MIT App Inventor. Okay. So it is used for building mobile application that can work on our phone, and we can even share it with our friends. So let's click on it and let's create an account. So you see the create apps button right here. Click on create apps. Okay. So we can close this tab for now. So I'm just creating an account. Click on it. Now let's wait for it to sign up. Okay, so just scroll through it and accept terms of service. Now that we are in, okay, now close. You need to close this. Now we need to create a new project for our application. So you click the new project button and then let's name it open or online library right here, and then we click on OK. Now the app is being created. Okay, so you can see we have it right here with an empty screen. We have just screen one here, currently empty. So what do? Let's change the title from screen one to online library. Then kindly remove the slash. Then the next thing we have to do here is simple. Let me bring out. First thing we'll be needing is a vertical arrangement. So on the left side of your screen, you click on layout and you bring out vertical arrangement. Now I can, let me make the width few parent, the height few parent, like this. So I can change the background color to black. So you can use any color you want. So let me change the background color to black. So inside this horizontal arrangement now, I'll be bringing out a text. For text, I'll be using a label, right? So the label is black as well. That's why we can see it. So now the next thing I'll be doing here is I will be changing the text. I want the text to say welcome to online library. Now I'm going to increase the size, but before doing that, let me change the text color to white. Okay, not default or none, white. Then you save it. You can see it right here. Then I will increase the font size to 22, big enough. Then I'll put it in the center. So to do that, let me just click on my vertical arrangement, align horizontal, center, like this. Then the next thing I'm going to do here is simple. Now let me bring out another label. Then I can say read. I want to say read for free. Change the text color as well to white. Let me add 3 dots here. Yeah. Increase the font size to 16. Okay. Now, after doing this, the next thing we are going to do now is we need to bring out button, the button component right here. Now, what will this button component be doing? It's going to represent the book. So when you click on a button, it's going to take you to where you can read the book. So let me bring out just one button here. So let me quickly do something. I want this button to be at the middle, or I want everything to be at the middle. So let me click on this and then align vertical, center. Then let me use this, the width or the height 8%. Let me just see 20%. Then you click on OK. Yeah, give it more space. Now for this text button, now let me rename it, or let me just basically style it. Yeah, change the name. Let's assume I want this button to be for the Pinocchio book. We all know Pinocchio, the liar whose nose always get longer. So let's change this with book Pinocchio. Right, this is it right here. See, Pinocchio. So now the next thing is, let me make the text color should be black, and let me change the background color. Let me change the background color to orange. Okay, looks good to me. Increase the font size to 15, 16. See, yeah. Now let me increase the width to 80%. Pick up 80% of the screen, like this. Okay, so let me rename the button. But to make it easy when we are writing the code, let me rename it to Pinocchio. Right, like this. So what's the next thing we have to do? Currently, and what I want is, anytime a user click on this button, I want them to be able to read the Pinocchio book. As simple as that. So I can put as many buttons as I want here to represent other books. Okay, so we are going to see how to do that in a short while. So now the next thing we have to do here is simple. Now we are going to hide this vertical arrangement for now. We are going to hide the vertical arrangement for now. So how do we do that? Click on the vertical arrangement, and then this visible button right here, click on it to hide it. So it's not deleted, we only hide it. Now the next thing we have to do is we bring out another vertical arrangement. Make the width, where is it? The width, fill parent, fill the entire screen. The height, fill parent as well. Now under this, we are going to add a button at the bottom. So let me click on this and align vertical bottom. So this button right here, I'll make the width 90%, and then I will change the text to back, like this. I will increase the font size to 16, and can change the background color to dark gray. Let me change the background color to dark gray and the text color to white. Now this guy is not in the middle, so I'll click on the vertical arrangement, align horizontal, center. Right now it's in the center. The next thing I have to do is this. I need to bring out another component here. So the name of the component is web viewer. This is the part where we'll be using to read our book. Okay, so we have this now like this. The next step in the next video, in the next step, we'll be talking about how to write the blocks for it. So we'll be using the designer section, the block section next. So bye for now. Okay, so let's get going. So in this video, we are going to be adding the block section. We are going to be writing the code for our online library. So what we have to do is just to click on the blocks right here. Now, the first thing we are going to do in the blocks here is anytime our screen 1 opens, that's anytime the application starts, we want the vertical arrangement we did at the beginning of the video, we want it to show. So what I'm going to do here is I'll bring out when screen 1 initialize. So initialize means start, when it opens. So I'll click on the first vertical arrangement 2. We want vertical arrangement 2, we want it to hide. We'll change this background color to visible, and then we'll bring out hide. Where is it? Logic, set it to false. So do the same thing, duplicate, and for vertical arrangement 1, we set the visible to true. Okay, like this. Now the next thing here is to add the book. So I'll click on the Pinocchio button, bring out when Pinocchio button click. So this is the Pinocchio button. Now I'll call this web viewer where our books will be showing. Call web viewer, go to URL. Now we need a place where we can get our book. Okay, we need a place where we can get the book. But before that, anytime you click on that button, we want the vertical arrangement 1 to hide again. So I'll just duplicate this, put it here. This place now, I'll set vertical arrangement 1 visible to false. Duplicate this. I'll set this to true. Okay, now this URL here, open a new tab. The place where we'll be getting the book is called Internet Archive. So this is where we'll be searching for our books for free. Now here, let me just search for Pinocchio. Let me search for it. Pinocchio. Okay, now we'll see a lot of books relating to Pinocchio right here. You see, lots. So let me use this one here. Okay, click on this. Right now, this is our book right here. Don't worry. So now what's the next thing we're going to do? This is the Pinocchio book right here. So you just copy the link here. Okay, this book is unavailable, or you can just look for another one that is available. So just put your mouse on it. You see about the books right here. See, put your mouse on the book. You see. Let me click on this Pinocchio here. Yep, this one. So now I can copy this link at the top. Copy this link, the URL at the top. Come back to my App Inventor, and then I have to put in this URL. So click on text, bring out the empty text. Okay, we'll bring out the empty text, put it in the URL, and you paste. Control V. Okay, let me try Control V. Not pasting. Let me do it manually. Copy and paste. Yeah, like this. Okay, now this is for button 1. Now what about our back button? This back button, we need to write a code for it as well. Okay, so that should be our button. What's the name of the button? Button right here, the button 1. Yeah, that's button 1. So when button 1 click, so what do I want to do when button 1 click? When button 1 click, what I want to do here is quite simple. So what I want to do here is quite simple when it clicks. So I'll just duplicate this other two here. Let me take it here, duplicate another one, and put it right here. So yeah, vertical arrangement 1, I'll set the visibility to false. This one, I'll set vertical arrangement to visibility to this one should be false. That's vertical arrangement 1 button should be true. 1, true, 1. Yep, like this. Now, what if we want to add other books to it? What if we want to add other books? Let me hide this vertical arrangement. Yes, so what if I want to add other books to this? It's quite simple. Let me just click on this button, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Now, I'm having another Pinocchio here. So what if I want to add another book? Let me say Alice in the Wonderland. Okay, so now change the text here to Alice in the Wonderland. Okay, now I need to search for Alice in the Wonderland instead of Pinocchio. So let me search for Alice in the Wonderland. Okay, now you see we have a lot of books about Alice in the Wonderland. So here you can just check on text. So we'll see all books relating to Alice in the Wonderland. Let me go with this. Now I'll copy the link. Then I'll copy it to my App Inventor here. So all I have to do here, let me clean up. Due to the fact that I copy and paste, the code for Alice in the Wonderland is already here. So I'll just Ctrl V. I'll paste the link for Alice in the Wonderland. Now, what if I want to add another book? I'll still repeat the process. Okay, so it's that easy. Just click on another button, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Then you change the name. Which other book can we add? So let me go back. So you see, there are so many books, so many things you can add here. So after doing all that, you just change the title and then you copy the link and you paste it here. You see, it has already been added for you here. So it's that simple. You can add as many books as you want, so as your readers to be able to read a lot of books, all for free. So I hope you've learned a thing or two in this video. I'll see you guys in the next section or in the next video. Have a nice day. Bye.